Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here. I just got this quadcopter in yesterday, and I went right away into a night flight last night. This is the Hengjin H15. It's a really cool little quadcopter. It's got the prettiest lights I've ever seen on a quadcopter. It actually lights up like a Christmas tree with all kinds of alternating lights in different colors, and they flash, and it's just pretty as heck. And I had to take it right out last night and fly it, and I did. And I did a video of it. Look for it up on YouTube. But today I want to test its stability and its maneuverability. I'm flying with the prop guards on, and then later on I'll do a flight without the prop guards to look at its full maneuverability. The features of this quadcopter: it has headless mode, and it has a set heading, and I think that it remembers, we'll find out here shortly, but I think that it remembers the initial heading that you set for the headless mode. And if so, if it does a good job doing that, you can actually use that as a return to home feature, and I'll show you that here shortly. So let's go right into flight and take a look at first of all the stability of this quadcopter, and then maneuverability of the quadcopter. So hope you enjoy this flight. Oh, real quick before we go into this, let me show you this. The battery door looks like a SEMA X5C battery door, and sure enough, if you look inside, it uses SEMA X5C batteries, so spare batteries are not an issue for this quadcopter. One other thing I wanted to mention: the look of it. It looks like a HHC, a JJRC HHC, only at about 2/3 the scale, 2/3 scale size. So looks like a good little quadcopter. The blades on it look like they will provide enough lift to lift a 808 keychain camera, and I will be doing that in future flights to demonstrate the lifting ability. This can lift an 808 camera. So let's go right into the flight now. Plugging in the battery. There is no on-off switch. You just plug in the battery and it's on. Closing the door, and we'll set the initial heading for headless mode as the pylon. Down the road there. I got a little breeze coming from my back at about 3 knots. So we got to keep that in mind too. Turning on the quadcopter, binding it, and we're going to start off in low. It's got low, medium, and high. Again, we're looking at the stability, and right away I can tell this is a stable flyer. Got a little breeze here I'm fighting, but see if I can bring it down a little lower. Let's take it out in the field a bit too. Now this thing, I said it has a lot of lights. I am going to turn off the lights, and thankfully they provided a switch to do such. They know it's going to be a battery, those lights are going to be a battery sucker because it's so lit up. But yes, this is a very stable flyer. Excellent for beginners, I can tell right away. Here's the yaw rate, full yaw rate in low. Let's bring it in a little closer so you can see that. Again, the full yaw rate. I'm going to walk with it here in the breeze. Okay, let's go to medium. Or that's high. That's full yaw rate at high. Full yaw rate at medium. And going back to low. Now what about funnels? Here's funnels in low. You know, you're not going to expect it to do much funnels in low, especially with those prop guards. But yes, this is a nice stable flyer for beginners. How about maneuverability? Any wobbling in turns? Well, not at low. Let's go right to high. Skipping medium entirely. Let's try turns with the prop guards on. No, it flies very nice. How about range? Let's take it, head it toward the pylon, get an estimate of range. I'm about 100 meters now. Bringing it back. Before I go do any more of those range tests, there's one thing I want to test here. What does it do if it loses contact? Let's bring it down. I made it almost 100 meters there. But yes, there's one important thing we haven't tried yet before I go do something stupid like that. What does it do if I turn off this transmitter? Hold on. Let's lift it up. Apply a little power. a little power, and turn off the transmitter. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004 seconds it'll stop. Let's double check that again. Turning the transmitter back on again, rebinding. Turning off the transmitter. 1001, 1002, 1003, 3 seconds it'll fly and then drop. Okay, so we can safely do range tests. Okay, so we got close to 100 meters with this thing. Just a visual estimate, maybe 80 meters. I don't know. I need to go get somebody standing out there. My wife's with me, but that's fine. We don't need to do that right now. Real quick, let's take off those prop guards now. We know this can be nice and maneuverable with the prop guards, but these prop guards come right off very easily. They just pop right on, pop right off, so I don't really prefer to fly with prop guards if I don't need to. I just put them on just for show, just to show you folks what it looks like. Let me put it in my pocket as I'm taking them off. Probably clip this part out of the video. Maybe. Right, comes right off like that. Okay, again, the front side of this is the white propellers. I guess we could change that by just swapping the propellers if you prefer the red propellers to be the front. Okay, headless mode. Let's see if it remembers what setting, if that pylon is it, or if this is the new headless mode. Go into headless mode. Okay. Doesn't seem to set headless mode. So this does not have headless mode. It said it did, but it does not. At least the one I got. Maybe I got to put it in low. Let's try it now. No, yaw is still controlling the quadcopter. So I take back what I said about headless mode. At least on mine, it's not working. Let me try holding down the light button for a few seconds. Maybe that'll activate it. No. That was the flip button. So, headless mode button does not seem to be working in mine. So that's one thing about it. It advertises headless mode, but it's just not on it. Unless I'm doing something wrong. If I'm doing something wrong, I'll make it clear in a future video. Okay, let's try the flips. Well, it flips very nicely. It's a very nice flipper. So, my thoughts on it? Overall, let's try the funnels. Nice and maneuverable. Nice and smooth flyer. It's a great quadcopter. I'm going to have to put a 808 on it and see what it does with an 808. Let's fly it over to the pylon and back. End of the pylon. Turning back. Oh, let's chase that raven. Let's chase that raven. Come here, raven. Come here, raven. Yeah! He doesn't want anything to do with it. Come back here, raven. It's a great raven chaser, folks. I can tell you that right now. This is going to be fun with the ravens. I love to chase the ravens. They shouldn't be flying over here. This is restricted airspace. Okay. Let's try one thing. Okay, the H15. The little JGRC HC clone. Great little flyer. I'm having fun with it. The battery's probably getting low by now. Let's try one thing here. Take it off into space, and there it goes. That's what I wanted to try. Oh man, look at that thing go. Come back down here before I lose battery. The battery's probably getting low by now. Let's bring it in before, well, I'll fly it until it crashes, but I'm not, I want to get it a little closer to the ground so it doesn't break. Oh, this is a great little quad. I'm going to have fun with this. I just wish it had, well, I don't care about headless mode, but I know some of you do. I just like a good maneuverable quad, and this is it. And it's just a nice size. How about its lights? I got the lights on. Are they on, or are they just warning me? Let me see here. Or maybe I pressed the light button. Lights are off now. I wonder if they warn me with the lights off that the battery's getting low. We'll find out here. I'll just fly it until the battery kicks. Very maneuverable. Great quad, and it's good price too. I think it's 30 bucks. Can't beat that. And like I said, the lights on this, I took it out last night, and I know I gave some of the neighbors a thrill. Really close encounters lights. Well, it's actually, it lights up so much that I know it looks Christmassy. Christmas tree, and people would know that this is probably a quadcopter. Still a lot of power on that battery. Oh, there, I think I see the flashing of the lights. Bring it in. That climb there killed the battery, I think. Are they flashing? Yep, they're flashing now. So that's the flight time. I'm gonna land it. I don't want to crash it. There we go. That's the flight time with the H15 using a CMAX 5C battery. Again, this uses standard X5C batteries. So my first impressions on this quadcopter, this is a great little quad. Very maneuverable, a lot of fun to fly, gives me the giggles. I like it. Okay, Quadcopter 101. Hope you enjoyed this flight. Signing out.